SK Vibemaker.
Today, we got uprising emerging talent from North London. Bella's in the building. What's happening?
Hello, SK.
She is looking swaggy today, fleeky, fresh, and all of that. You get me?
All of them things they are away.
So you are being called the UK's version of Scissor and Kehlani, and it's like that. Summer Walker's been thrown into the mix as well. People always like to make comparisons. When you're hearing those comparisons, how does that make you feel? Do you like or do you loathe?
I'm flattered. I am, because like the fact that they're making such big comparisons means they think highly of me, which is amazing. I am Bella, and I do have very much a Bella sound, but if you had to draw comparisons, I'm glad that they're drawing comparisons to those girls, because I'm a fan of those girls. So yeah.
How would you break down the musical journey of Bella so far?
Oh, it's been good. It's been tumultuous. It's been everything. It's been great. My first single was last year, so it's been a roller coaster. But I'm just glad that I'm, finding my feet and finding my voice and stuff, and people are connecting to Bella and the identity. So I'm excited.
Is Bella your real name, or is that just like an artist name?
No, that's my artist name. My name is Isabel.
So okay, it's connected to the real name though.
It's connected to the real name, but I just feel like Isabel's such a dead stage name.
Don't say that.
No, imagine I'm going to go see Isabel in concert.
So how did the name Bella come up then for as your artist name?
My mentor actually gave it to me. He's part of my management team, but he's like more my mentor. He literally one day we were just creating music. He was like, "What do you think of Bella with a H?" And I was like, "Yeah, I like that." And obviously it means beautiful and all of that good stuff. So it's fitting for like my music, the creation. Life's beautiful, everything's beautiful, and yeah.
I mean, in the UK at the moment, the UK R&B-esque vocalist is having a good time. There's a lot of emerging artists. Yes. Are you team UK R&B vocalist? Do you have much camaraderie with your fellow emerging UK R&B vocalists?
Absolutely. I'm definitely team UK R&B. I've got good rapport with like Manelia. I love her. Me and her talk. That's my girl. Rebecca Garten, Delapo. Kemi Ade, she's a new one. Just there's been a lot of support, which I've loved. Liette Hudson, just incredible girls that are coming up in the scene. I think they're amazing, and we do talk, and it's nice to have that support system as well. Yeah,
I mean, the talent is there to see, but some of the biggest challenges making an impact as an emerging artist when you're not having a co-sign, when you're not signed to a major label, it's quite a challenge to make an impact. How would you describe or talk about some of the challenges that you faced trying to make an impact as a new artist coming into the game?
I think the biggest challenge is me making R&B in the UK. I think once I got over that, I didn't really look at anything else as a challenge, because the biggest challenge is how do we champion a genre that has not been championed in this country really ever before. We've had good acts come from it, but we haven't really championed R&B like this, like the way it's been championed on a global scale, on a scale where it's like this person can be international as well. A lot of our acts tend to be pop acts with like R&B twang, but like not actually like an R&B scene. So I think that was the biggest hurdle that I had to get over in my head. But once I did that, and I was like, you know what, do R&B confidently, the right people gravitate towards you, so you don't go out there looking for approval. The people that are supposed to be listening to you come and listen to you, and if you're doing something right, everyone's gonna know about it, kind of thing. So I think that was the biggest hurdle. It's just getting over the fact that I was doing a genre in a country where the genre isn't popping.
The UK R&B crossover success over the years has been very few and far between. I mean, you can count like maybe Craig David, Tayo Cruz, Beverly Knight, Shola Amar, Kelly LaRock, Emily Sandé. More recently, you got your Georgia Smiths and your Mahalias. Estelle as well back in the day. What are some of those artists along the journey which have, made an impact on you and maybe inspired you? Has there been many?
I don't necessarily, because I listen to like more American R&B artists. I didn't really know that there was a UK R&B scene before what was going on now, until I had to like study. But what was crazy is that I was studying artists that I already knew their songs, so I just didn't know the name, and I didn't know that this was a UK artist. Like when I heard "You Might Need Somebody," I was like, wait, you said she's what? Do you know what I'm saying? I thought that this was an American artist. So we've been good at making incredible music in this country. I think what I've also realized that you have to go out to go in to come back in with this genre. Unfortunately, you have to go elsewhere. We have to see that you're appreciated elsewhere for us to be like, okay, yeah, they're one of our own, which is sad.
Kind of like the LMA route then, basically.
It's literally the LMA route, yeah, which is sad. But you know what? In life, you go where the love is, you go where you're wanted. And a lot of the times artists want to be artists now. I don't want to have to wait 5 years for you to be like, oh, R&B is popping in the UK. I'm here now. I want to be an artist now. I want to put out songs now. So yeah, I think everyone's been inspiring in the fact that they've known how to get their music international, but they've brought it back home. And we are able to say Estelle is one of our own, Shola Am is one of our own, LMA is one of our own, even if no one wants to believe it, she's ours.
So is that a route that you are sort of considering then? Because when it comes to other UK genres, they're not necessarily considering going to other parts of the world like America to then come back and make an impact in their homeland. You know what I mean? But with the UK R&B route, it seems like that we've looked at like Estelle and we've seen it happen very successfully with LMA. Is that something that you've considered seriously?
Yeah, definitely something I've considered. Something that I would, if the opportunity arises, I would not decline it. Like I said, I'm trying to be an artist now, and as much as I think that helps, that further helps, and it doesn't hinder the UK R&B scene, because I'm never going to not tell people that I'm from the UK. I'm always going to tell where I come from. I'm always going to be like, in fact, when I did start, I did get a lot of love, but I also realized I want to be an artist that so happens to be from the UK and not just a UK artist, because I want to live off of music, and I want to be global, and I want to sell out shows, and I want to do world tours. I want to travel the world doing my music. So it's important for me to not box myself in.
Amen. Straight up.
Early.
So talk to us about, your EP, which is out now. What should people know about the EP before they press play on it?
The EP is called The Art of Conversation. It's out now everywhere. Before you press play, I want people to be open to having more hard conversations, more conversations that are, challenging and that help you grow. My mom always says, growing periods are never nice, they're always painful. So I want, that's why they call it growing pains. So I want people to really take in the project, there's some fun songs, there's some songs that are more introspective. Just enjoy it. Enjoy some cool R&B music. Don't think about the fact that I'm from the UK. Just enjoy the music.
Cause You Can, definite standout of the EP. Said it was your favorite song on the EP as well. One of the lines that stuck out for me on there was, I got problems with authority trying to keep me grounded, F gravity. Yes. Are you like one of those people who has a big problem with authority? Is that you?
That's me.
Is that a you can't tell me nothing kind of character? Oh,
literally. I can't. Don't tell me to, what are you telling me to do? I cannot do it. I feel like, so this song, Cause You Can, is about, I've got sickle cell, and I didn't want to write about sickle cell explicitly. I wanted to write about sickle cell as if it was a person. So I was in LA with Sons of Sonics, amazing producers. And I went to Mikey and I was like, oh, I want to write about sickle cell, but not explicitly. He was like, yeah, let's just do it as if it's a person. And I just didn't want, I wanted to explain the dynamic that I had with this thing that I had to live with, and almost like explain that, listen, I already don't like authority. So what it is you're not going to tell me what to do. We have to work together. I have to be involved in some of this decision making, or else this relationship is not going to work. So that's why it's like, you can't hurt me just because you can. Don't abuse your power, because we can go at it if you want.
And you wrote the song very clever, because it can be applied to your struggles with sickle cell and also your struggles maybe with a partner or a person in your life.
Yeah, I made it like, it sounds like you're talking to a toxic person or situation in your life. So it's very applicable, and a lot of people are shocked when they find out that I didn't write it about someone, and I'm like, yeah, there are themes. That's why I call it the art of conversation. These are conversations that I'm having with not just people, but themes in my life. So like even Big Dreams, Empty Pockets, I was writing to music, not a person. So it's one of the most like close to my heart, because I really, it made me realize my relationship with sickle cell as well, because I couldn't really use my words and put it into words how I felt. And by the end of the song, I was like, wow, I really don't have the best relationship with this. And so it was just a song about compromise, really. It was just a song about compromise.
I mean, it's not your everyday that you meet someone who struggles with sickle cell, and I mean, you are definitely making your way on your path to doing this entertainment and music thing to a high level, and you are going to be exhausting your body. You're going to be working very hard. There's aspirations to do major things. How much of a challenge so far has it been trying to, you know, complete your music aspirations with this illness, sickle cell, that you have?
It's been a challenge, but you know, God's good. I even after my first project last year that I put out, I was in the hospital, so I couldn't get to like promote it the way I wanted to. But I just thank God, man. It's been a challenge, but I'm doing everything that I can do to make sure that I'm here to do what I need to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm taking care of myself, and I'm making sure that even though I may exert my body, I'm training myself, my mind, my everything to be able to do what everybody else can do without feeling the repercussions as hard. Because ultimately music is the purpose, and that is more important to me than honestly my health, my everything, blah blah. But because that's so important to me, I know there are certain things that I need to do in order for me to fulfill what I need to do. And
Amen.
Music, yeah.
The Art of Conversation, your EP, showcases sharp writing skills, sharp lyricism. Do you know what I mean? How much of the songwriting responsibilities do you handle yourself?
On nearly every song I've had, I write. Or I have to co-write. I have to co-write, or I have to write the whole song. I like being with other writers, because especially writers that are better than me, because it sharpens my tool. This project was much more of a collaborative effort, but I definitely had a lot of control over what was being done, what was being said, down to like melodies and writing. A lot of the times I write my own songs completely, but this time I was like, you know what, I want to elevate. I want to be around people that are better than me, and I want the songs to be pushed in a way that I may not know how to push them. So I invited people like Ty, she's an incredible songwriter, Rush, who's from LA, he's a songwriter, Ari Pensmith came on board with this project. It's just incredible, really, just working with people that I respect their pen, to come into my world and to create something.
A lot of love themes on the EP. And I've been speaking to a few artists about this recently, the ability to read a partner's love language. Now, how is your skill set when it comes to that? Have you conquered that? Are you still really learning? Are you low on the food chain? What's your ability to read a partner's love language like, Bella?
I don't know if I can read. I don't think I can read it at all. I think all I know is how to tell the other person what my love language is. Like, I'm acts of service, so on the way home, pick up something, and that'll be great. That's gonna help me. I'm not very good at picking up cues, but again, like with this project, Art of Conversation, I would just ask instead of trying to like, oh, he liked when I did it. No, what's your love language, so I can act upon that. I like to, you know, be active in my service, not trying to guess and make mistakes on the way. Just tell me the answers, and then we'll go from there.
Run straight through the bush rather than beating around the bush. You get me?
Exactly.
I'm an advocate for that.
Exactly.
Let's talk about this song, Big Dream, Empty Pockets. I mean, how big do you dream, man? What are some of the big dreams and aspirations that you have for the forthcoming years, Bella?
Big dreams. There are a couple of things that I want to have: an incredible debut album, like Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, incredible debut album. I also want to have an equally incredible sophomore album. Those are like, that's the top of my list. And then I want to sell out Wembley. I want to sell out an arena, but Wembley, because I've been there and I've seen how incredible it is to be in the audience watching someone. I want to sell out arenas. I want to do tours. I want my sophomore and my debut album to be incredible, and any album after that. But you know, once those are the two biggest like milestones of like an artist's career, it can make and break their legacy kind of thing. So I need those albums to be top notch. Yeah, I want to collab. I want to meet people. I've got loads of big dreams. I want to write a West End play. I want to start a theatre school. I grew up doing musical theatre, so I want to, you know, go back to where I started when all of this is said and done. Like this, I've got lots of dreams that I believe that are very attainable.
Big things, big aspirations, no small fry thing.
No.
Now, a line that I really enjoyed on that song as well was "Blood, sweat, and tears ain't a currency." I really appreciate that, man. To all the creatives out there that are striving. I mean, what did you want people to take from that line?
That, like, I get the pain, like you've been putting in your hours and hours, and it just doesn't seem like it's paying off, because it feels like apparently blood, sweat, and tears isn't a currency. It's not enough right now, but the whole song was like, regardless, I still love you. I'm gonna do what I'm doing, and it's like, don't ask me where I'm going. I don't know how this is gonna end, but I feel like if I continue doing, I'm gonna be able to put a deposit on that crib. One day, I'm gonna be able to, you know, show everybody that's not a fantasy. I'm gonna show everybody that, you know, this was real. My dreams became a reality one of these days.
Now, the hot topic that I've been talking about with a lot of female artists at the moment is the pressures to look glam all the time, the pressures to sexualize and sex up their music, and the pressures to have body surgery. Have you felt any of those pressures thus far in your career?
Yeah. Yes. The glam thing, I'm just fortunate enough that I like makeup. Like I play in makeup. So, and I like hair. So, and I was doing that when I was like in sixth form before as an artist. So, I think God pushed me into that. I was like, you're gonna need this later. Don't kind of thing. But the body dysmorphia and the body images, and that's definitely we've all thought about it, at least. We've, as women, we've all thought about, you know what, this girl looks really good, and there seems to be a specific body type that I'm not fitting in, and X, Y, and Z, and do I get this done? Do I get that done? Honestly, I'm not pro surgery, but I'm not against it either. I'm pro do what makes you happy, knowing the risks and the repercussions of what may make you happy and what it means to you. Understand that you're probably not going to be any happier than you are right now when you do whatever you want to do. So finding joy in yourself and liking yourself and loving yourself before you want to change anything aesthetically is probably the most important thing. Because if you love yourself and you're like, you know what, I just want a big bum and a flat stomach, honestly, at this point, I'm great, but I just want it. I want to look good. Fine. Do what you want to do. As long as it's not like you don't amount that to your worth. Having a big bum and a flat stomach isn't everything that you are. I think it's, I'm cool with whatever anyone decides to do with their body.
And if you're going to maybe have surgery, everything in moderation, and do your thorough research first. You know what I'm saying?
Thorough research, because people are out here looking crazy. Yeah.
Straight up, looking very crazy. Now, your talent is there for everybody to see. But one thing that people have said about your music thus far is it is a very American sounding. Now, when you hear comments like that, how do you feel? And is it something important to you to preserve your Britishness?
I feel like I don't think people mean American sounding when they say American sounding. I think people have no one to compare me to here, so their head automatically goes, the thought process goes overseas, which again, I'm not complaining about. There's no way for me to preserve my Britishness. I am British. I can't get rid of that. That's not going to leave me because I sing in a certain way or X, Y, and Z. Because when the mix and master is done and the songs are submitted and we do interviews like this, you hear me. I'm from London. I grew up there. My accent isn't going to change anytime soon. I'm still down with the culture. I still follow. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very much a British girl at heart. So I don't think I have to preserve anything that I'm not giving away.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's all still intact. I find it quite it's a compliment to me for people to say it sounds American. Not because to be American is to be on end all. It just means that I know in this country we synonymize quality with America. It's not necessarily the accent or the X, Y, and Z. We synonymize quality with America. And if you think my music is of American quality, then great. Amazing.
Definitely British with it, and definitely British with Nigerian heritage, right?
Yes.
And in
yes,
a time right now of a cultural revolution and a cultural celebration, how do you think your upbringing as a British Nigerian differs to someone who's not a British Nigerian?
It's very much the saying that it's Nigeria in this house and it's England outside, right? So I feel like I've got the best of both worlds. My mom's still she's very British in the way she walks. My mom's accent is nicer than mine. She speaks like the Queen. Like, she was raised here. She was raised with foster parents. She had white foster parents growing up, and then she went back to Nigeria, and then she came back here. So I've literally had the best of both worlds. Like, sometimes my mum would be like, yeah, man, let's chef up a pound of jam. And then one time she'll be like, bangers and mash today. I feel like bangers and mash today. Like, genuinely, my mum's a British woman who is Nigerian. So I think that the difference is I've been exposed to such a beautiful, rich culture that has allowed me to, maneuver the Western world with good, strong, solid morals and foundations that don't allow me to just be wayward and with the wind, to take all of the advantages of being here and even go back home and help and really have the world as my oyster, but being a Black woman from Africa, from Nigeria.
SK Vibemaker.